As a pro makeup artist, I get asked all the time, what's actually in your kit? What do you buy yourself to use on real people in real life? This video is it. Some are splurges, I'll be honest, but they have all earned their place in my pro kit. And if you're a longtime subscriber or viewer, don't be surprised if you notice that what I use on my clients is usually what I use on myself. Okay, starting off strong, of course, you know we have to start with skin prep because that is absolutely key and it is the foundation to every single makeup that I do. It is also how I achieve my signature editorial skin that my clients book me for, that I am known for. I actually have a 10 to 15 minute skin prep routine that I do with my brides, which I do build into the schedule. Don't worry, it's something that we definitely allot for in the time that we are given. And I do that not only because it's an elevated experience for the bride, but because the more skin prep I do, the better her skin will look and the less makeup I have to put on her. But if we're keeping it simple and we're trying to keep the steps to a minimum, I like to have 3 steps that I do to prep the skin on pretty much every single client. Starting with some kind of chemical exfoliation like toning pads. I love the Summer Fridays ones. That's the one that I have in my kit. I am actually out right now, so I can't show you. I have to go and get a restock because I use them that much. I'm actually completely out right now. I searched high and low to just find a packet that I could show you so I could demonstrate it on camera, but I am completely out, so I have to go get a restock. But I love the Summer Fridays toning pads because they are wonderful for sensitive and reactive skin. And when I have someone sitting in my chair that I have never met, that is the best course of action because I still want to make sure that their skin is nice and exfoliated, that we can get rid of any of the rough spots, any of the dry patches, and sometimes skin just needs a little refresh in order for the makeup to sit better. Next, I would recommend some kind of hydration step. Now you could use a moisturizer, but personally I've been loving milky toners. If you've watched my channel, you know that I've been screaming about milky toners for months now, but in my kit I have switched to milky toners and I have not gone back to moisturizers. I just love the finish. I love the hydration that it gives the skin, and I love that it doesn't create that extra layer of texture on the skin that you can get from some moisturizers. I have a couple that I've had in rotation in my kit, just depending on how I'm feeling, or if I know specifically with whom I'm working, I can kind of plan accordingly. But the 2 that I've had in my kit since I started using milky toners are the Byoma Milky Toner, which I think is great for all skin types, super hydrating, perfect for more dry, normal combination skin. And then I have the Beauty of Joseon Rice Toner, which is great for acne-prone skin or even more oily skin types. This will hydrate the skin and it sinks in really well, but it almost gives like a satiny finish as opposed to that shiny, hydrated finish that you get from most milky toners, and that's because of the rice extract in it. So this helps to control oil and control sebum, so I use this on all my oily clients. Now this next product might be a little bit controversial because I have gone on the record to say that I hate primers, and that has not changed. I hate most primers because a lot of them don't do what they say they're going to do. They actually just create more texture on the face and then inhibit the makeup that's going on top of it, and I just think they're kind of pointless, and there's better ways to prep the skin, but that's another video. I'll actually link that video above. I talk about how much I hate primers, but this one is the exception, and I think it's because of the technology behind it. I also love the artist that created this brand. It's Danessa. It's her Universal Skin Balm. This is in the clear, and the texture of this product is unlike anything that I have ever tried. It's really remarkable. What this does is it blurs, it refines, it preps the skin. It's great as an eyeshadow primer. You can use this under makeup, you can use it over makeup. It's just one of those versatile products that I started using and I just haven't looked back because it's so incredible. And if you do have textured skin, if you have mature skin, if you have oily skin, this is your best friend. I'm going to take a little with the back of my brush just because this is from my kit and I don't have my spatula. And I like to use my fingers with this product because the heat from my fingertips kind of pushes it into the skin. And I will place this anywhere I see large pores, or if I have a client that gets sweaty in certain areas, this is really helpful too. And mostly I will just place this in the T-zone. If someone's oily all over, I will use this all over their face. And my friend Maya was actually the one who told me that it is a beautiful eyeshadow primer, and I used it at my wedding the other weekend and it was perfection. The eyeshadow went on like a dream. This is your new eyeshadow primer. You don't need to buy anything else, and it's a multi-use product, so you're getting the bang for your buck. Even this on its own with skin prep and sunscreen on days where you just don't feel like wearing makeup, you just look more refined. And fingers really is the best way to apply this. I tried applying it with a brush and I just didn't get the same kind of effect. I'm a convert. This is one of the most innovative formulas I've ever worked with, and I love Danessa too, so it's a win-win. Now we're moving on to skin base, and the one thing that I pretty much absolutely do with every single client that sits in my chair, with the exception of someone who has extremely oily skin, is use the Chanel Water Fresh tint. This is one of the secrets to my signature editorial skin. This is how I achieve that gorgeous skin-like flawless finish that my brides and my clients really, really love. I love it too. I actually wear this product all the time. I just love it so much. It's so thin, which makes it really easy to build on top of, but it also has this beautiful radiant finish. So on its own with a little bit of concealer, it looks amazing. But something else I love to do is I will mix it in with my other formulas, like my water-based foundations, and it just creates kind of a hybrid of that foundation, and the finish is just absolutely stunning. So I don't really ever do a makeup without this product. This is probably my hero product of my kit, or at least my top 3 hero products of my kit. Keeping in line with skin, something else I use pretty much on every single client is the MPH underpainting palette. There's just something about this palette that's so genius. It's no surprise because Mary Phillips created it. She is an incredible makeup artist. If you've never heard of her, look her up, follow her. She's JLo's makeup artist. She does Hailey Bieber. She does the Jenners. This is essentially what's meant to go underneath makeup, and I have a little bit of mixed feelings about that because these formulas are very, very thin. So what I actually like to do is I will take a brush and I will do a little bit of color correction before I do any concealer or anything else on the skin. And this is where I will use the underpainting palette. Because I've noticed that if I use this as my first step and I put anything on top of it, you can't really see it. And I'm not really sure how she's able to not disturb the underpainting when she applies her own foundation that she's created on top of it, because I've seen videos. But for me personally, I love using this over the skin tint and even sometimes over foundation just to brighten in the middle of the face, and then I'll do the bronzer and the contour. And because this formula is thinner and more skin-like, it looks absolutely flawless to the naked eye. Okay, now that our base is done, it's all about refinement. I'm going to take the Tower 28 concealer. This is my ride or die concealer. I have this in my kit. I have this in my personal kit. I've talked about it a million times on this channel. I love the formula of this concealer. It's very serum-like, but it also has really good coverage. And for those of you that have lines around your eyes, which is most of us, especially my mature viewers, it really resists creasing. So I love using it on mature or textured skin. So I'm just going right over that underpainting, and then I like to pull it down and then also pull it up. And then in terms of refinement, I just like to conceal in areas that I need. This is if I don't use any kind of foundation or anything heavier than the Water Fresh tint. This is basically the makeup that I do every single day on myself. Now, as far as refining the skin further, I know we did a little bit of that underpainting, but I want to give a little bit more shape and warmth to the skin. And one of my absolute favorite ways to do that is with the Makeup by Mario Bronzing and Sculpting Serum. The thing I love about Mario's complexion products, particularly his bronzing products, is that they're really easy to work with. Like, I know some of them are more pigmented than others. This bronzing serum is definitely more pigmented than his skin enhancer, which I also love to use. They're essentially goof-proof. They're very easy to blend out. They are bronzers, but they lean a little bit more neutral, so they're just a little bit more forgiving. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to work it. This is key, especially with like your bronzing products, your cheek products. You want to make sure that the brush is fully loaded evenly. So then you're getting an even distribution on the skin. Just tap that on. It's just super easy. Like I said, they're super forgiving over the nose. Let's go on the forehead, up into the hairline, on the jawline, down the neck. And you can always grab your foundation brush if you feel like you're seeing any hard lines, which you probably won't because, like I said, this product is so forgiving and it's so easy to work with. Speaking of enhancing your bronzer or your contour, one way I love to do that is by using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This has been in my kit since the very beginning. Hourglass was actually the first brand that I worked for when I first started freelancing as a very new makeup artist. I was working in Sephora and I fell in love with the brand. And in particular, I fell in love with this product. You can see it's very well loved. It's hit pan already. I think this is maybe the 6th or 7th one that I've bought. I just love this so much. And Hourglass was doing powders like this before anybody else was. They were definitely kind of the revolutionary that started the trend of the soft focus powders. I don't think anybody was doing that before Carissa Jane's and Hourglass were. And this is still one of the best products and one of the best powders I've ever used. I love to use this to soften my bronzer and my contour, and it's one of those things where I will use this product and as soon as I put it on a client's face, immediately they'll go, Wow. It's almost like the icing on the cake. I don't know what it is, but it just brings such beautiful soft dimension to the face, and it really brings out whatever makeup you've done. So I'm just going to take my brush into all three and I'm going to go over. It's just so beautiful. It softens. This also makes sure that that cream you put down is going to stay put. I love this, and this is probably my other hero product in my kit. And mostly because it's been there from the beginning. Like I just can't give it up. I love it so much. Now I want to talk about blush, and in particular cream blush. Now I have plenty of powder blushes in my kit. I have a variety of them, but I almost always use a cream blush as a base for my blush. Sometimes I'll top it with powder, sometimes I'll do vice versa, but I just love the effect that cream blush gives to the face. It just feels very natural, almost like it's coming from within, like mimicking that natural flush. Even if I use a really crazy color, it still feels like it's part of the skin. I do have a few favorites in my kit. I have some Patrick Ta, I have some Make Beauty, and I also really love the Violette cream blushes, in particular the shade Miriam, but the ones that I have been absolutely loving are these from Westman Atelier, and these are the shades that I tend to use the most. This is a new one for summer. I think it's limited edition. This is called Fizz. I absolutely love this blush. It's so summery and fresh. I say if you love cream blush, go out and get this because this is not going to last. Like I said, it's limited edition and it's just this beautiful bright pink. The shades that I tend to use all the time are Petal. This is kind of like a dusty rose. This looks good on everyone from fair to medium skin and everywhere in between. I think it's Doo Doo or Dao Dao. I think it's Doo Doo. This one's also really beautiful as well. This is more of like a bright purpley pink. Of course, it's created by artist Gucci Westman. It's a clean brand. It's a luxury brand. You know that you're definitely getting a beautiful product when you buy something from her brand. And then I also love Coquette, and this one I use on my fair clients. I love Coquette as a base blush for my brides in particular. This is so, so pretty on the skin, and it's beautiful for that just kind of classic bridal look. And this is Fizz that I'm applying. And you wouldn't think looking at it, it looks very strong, but you can actually make it quite sheer. That's one of the things I love about cream blush is you can control the pigment and you can control the effect that you want to give. And now that I've finished my makeup, the last step, which is the step that I do for pretty much everyone, is setting spray. And the setting spray that I have been loving because it blurs, it sets, and it makes sure that the makeup does not move is the Danessa Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm. This stuff is absolute magic. Between prepping with the Universal Balm and then setting with this, your makeup will not move. So those are the 10 most used products in my kit. I know that they're not necessarily the most viral or the most popular, but they are the ones that I can rely on time and time again to give me the results that I love and to keep my clients happy and looking absolutely amazing. Did any of these products surprise you, or do you have some of them and you love them just as much as I do? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one and I always try to respond to as many as I can. As always, I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe for more pro makeup content, skincare tips, product reviews from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week with a brand new video.